Rendering plants convert livestock carcasses into household products and pet foods. Most plants that operate in partnerships with slaughterhouses are known as integrated rendering plants, and without proper management, these animal products and byproducts can become extremely hazardous to the market.
Renders combine dead animals and animal byproducts into animal feed, soap, candles, and other personal care products. U.S. regulatory actions attempt to keep mad cow disease aware to renderers and discuss how negative impacts could arise from their line of work. Animal byproducts have less consumers, so the Congress discusses ways to dispose of these products properly and safely.
All pet food ingredients that are added includes a purpose and must be safe in the ending product. They must include the right nutrients, they must be palatable, and they must be digestible. Also, the bags must contain an understanding of the ingredients and the manufacturing process of the pet food. And pet food manufacturers want long, healthy lives for dogs and cats.
Every animal used in rendering has to fall under the 4D rule: diseased, disabled, dead, and dying. These rejected animals are all thrown into a grinder along with all the chemicals used in their death, flea and tick collars, and even the plastic bags they may have arrived in. Your own dog's food most likely contains a wide variety of meats and toxic chemicals, but the labels most companies use consider it to be meat meal, bone meal, or meat byproducts.
Due to menu foods recall, numerous other brands voluntarily took their products off the market, including Hill's Pet Nutrition, Purina Pet Foods, and Del Monte Pet Products. Contaminants of melamine and aminopetrin were found in Menu's brand. These products are known for their rat poisons and were also used to induce abortions. The wet cuts and gravy dog and cat food was proved to cause kidney and liver failure. Symptoms included loss of appetite, diarrhea, and excessive thirst and urination. Owners would typically notice these symptoms within 1 to 5 days.
How did a euthanasia drug get into pet foods? On New Year's Eve 2016, Nicole and Guy Mell decided to celebrate with their 5 pugs by offering a special meal of Avenger's hunk of beef au jus, canned dog food. Within minutes after sharing the can of Avenger's, all of the dogs were staggering and convulsing, and they were rushed to a nearby veterinary emergency clinic. Sadly, one of the pugs, Tallulah, died a few hours later. The owner sent the remainder of the food for analysis at Michigan State University Diagnostic Center and had a necropsy conducted on Tallulah. The results showed the euthanasia drug pentobarbital present. Tallulah's death kicked off a year-long cycle of pet food recalls, lawsuits, and many unanswered questions about how a euthanasia drug ended up in so many pet foods. It wasn't until 1998 and 2000 that the FDA published their findings. First, they revealed that pentobarbital was present in dog foods, a lot of dog foods. The FDA wrote, "The low levels of exposure to sodium pentobarbital that dogs might receive through food is unlikely to cause them any adverse health effects." The FDA and other labs have found rendered horse meat and beef to be present in pet foods containing pentobarbital. 100% whole beef cooked in its own juices. Avenger's blames the supplier for substituting horse meat for beef, but still, pentobarbital was found after repeated denials by the company.
The FDA investigated a bill of lading from Avenger's supplier, or inedible hand deboned beef, for pet food use only. This was not fit for human consumption.
The cause of salmonella happens due to the cross-contamination of meats in the grinder.
Darling Ingredients Inc. is being accused for using maggot-infested, euthanized, rotting carcasses as main ingredients to their pet food. Darling is also taking the animal waste from Bravo Packing to make animal feed and meal.
Rather than feeding our loved pets nasty byproducts, we can take an organic approach to their diet. Dust, hucks, and grease is often found in some dog and cat foods. Wise Song, Country Pet, and Old Mother Hubbard are some alternatives for a healthier, cleaner diet.
Many articles suggest we should feed our pets raw meats combined with vegetables rather than potentially contaminated dog and cat foods. Would you take the risk of possibly feeding them raw contaminated meat to avoid euthanasia attacks in pet foods? Would you also take the step to buying organic pet food versus potentially contaminated meat-based brands?